Hey everyone, it's Dan or A-Drive, the creator of Elestrals, bringing you guys an awesome update on December 1st. Before I dive into all the news and announcements, I want to thank you guys for all your support on the Black Friday sales that we did. You guys crushed it. We sold pretty much the rest of our starter deck inventory and a ton of other stuff, and there's very little left on our store at this point, which certainly makes our lives easier as we're moving to a new fulfillment center over the next few weeks. Now we've got a lot of announcements and some really cool stuff to talk about today, so let's just dive in. The first thing I want to mention is if you are not in our Discord server, you should definitely join it at discord.gg/Elestrals. We have a ton of awesome discussions going on there. We've got the great community that we're building. Great help for your decks or, showcasing your cards or just having good conversation about Elestrals. And you're going to want to be there because 2024 is the year of Elestrals. We have so many things coming, so many things planned. You really don't want to miss out on it. And the Discord server is the best place to be to make that all part of your daily routine. Now with December and a new month, we decided to put something together, and I got to give props to my team because they did an incredible job. We are doing a full-blown Elestrals advent calendar on social media and our Discord server for the month of December. Yes, that means every single day at the same exact time. I believe it's gonna be 10 a.m. Eastern. Today might be a little later because of the announcement. We're gonna be opening up one of the boxes on the advent calendar and showcasing something new for Elestrals. Now these reveals may be related to first edition, they may be related to Frostfall, they may be related to other things in general, but it's gonna be super exciting nonetheless. So get yourselves ready for the Elestrals 2023 advent calendar. Now to kick things off, I told you guys we had a very exciting announcement and an addition to our mobile app, and that's gonna be happening right now. Our first day of the advent calendar is going to be opening up, so let's take a look. How sick is that? We are adding 5 new cards to the Elestrals app right now. Yes, that is right. We're adding 5 new cards, and that includes all of the new Ursa Elestrals, Urscote, we've got Ursicle, Abominursa, Glaciersa, and Ursa Den, a brand new stadium rune that is going to allow the Ursa archetype to flourish in set 2 Frostfall. And the best part is you guys get to play with it early right now to shake up the metagame and the Elestrals digital app, which is free to download, by the way, so make sure you join the Discord server for that and check the information in the description below to get involved in our digital app where we have an incredible community playing every day, learning the game, and just having fun playing Elestrals. Now I'm particularly excited about the Ursa subclass as it's something that got a little bit I guess it's not super good in set 1, if we're being honest. There's some really cool tools, but it seems like it's missing some stuff. So in set 2, we added a lot to the Ursa, including Abominursa, which gives you that big payoff that allows you to hit really hard when you're able to swarm the field with the other Ursas. You got Urscote, which provides you some defensive backbone to kind of make your opponent think about attacking twice before they actually go for that big attack into that Urscote. And then, of course, you got Ursicle, the ultimate searcher, allowing you to grab any Ursa card from your deck, including those stadium runes, which are so big because the Ursa Den is what really allows this deck to shine. Ursa Den hits the field, it gives all of your Ursas +1, and you can enchant more spirits to that Ursa Den to ultimately disenchant it with 4 spirits and get out Glaciersa or Majursa to the field to put on a ton of pressure. This deck plays very much aggro and kind of all-out offensive as you have to use a lot of spirits to get your big, kind of bodies onto the field, your Glaciersa, Majursa, or even you can cast out Abominursa in the right scenario, and you can put on a lot of offensive pressure on your opponent, and it's a ton of fun. Now, this is an experimental thing for us here. Normally, we would wait for the full set of Frostfall to release all the new cards, but it's been a while since we've had anything kind of new to the game. For some of you, you may have just gotten in, but for a lot of us, we've been playing the game in base set for, over a year now, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of shake things up to round out the year and bring the Ursa subclass in. From a design perspective, I really enjoyed making these Ursas. I found that they were pretty much a fan favorite in the early development of Elestrals, and I wanted to continue to build on this tribal archetype, this idea of subclasses and having them be kind of useful and tie that all in with these bears. And I love these Frost Nexus bears. I think they're amazing, and I think they're going to create some really fun gameplay. I built a sample deck for you guys. If you want to check it out, you're welcome to build your own. I threw this together pretty quickly, but the idea behind it is, again, you kind of utilize your various Ursas to swarm the field as fast as you can, you want to get that Ursa Den out there so you can kind of continue to enchant it and ultimately get out the big boss, Glaciursa. You may notice that Glaciursa has a new effect and that has a keyword called Piercing. Piercing is a new effect in Elestrals that is going to allow you to deal spirit damage to your opponent's deck when you attack a defense position Elestral. So for example, if Glaciursa attacks an Astrabit in defense position and the Astrabit only has 1 spirit on it, you would still deal 2 spirits of damage to the opponent's spirit deck, just as if the Astrabit was in attack position. This is a mechanic seen in other games, and I'm glad we can bring it to Elestrals in a unique way. I will tell you that it's not super widespread at this point in development, but Glaciursa does have this really cool effect. And again, with all that being said, you can now play these 5 Ursa cards in the Elestrals digital app, available right now. Check it out. You might hear some new music, so definitely tune into Tailwinds and our music themes there. They're phenomenal. And you might see some new loading screens, so check that out. We got some really cool stuff in the Elestrals app. I hope you guys will have some fun playing. And again, I can't emphasize enough that you want to be in the Discord server so you can get in on all the fun and all the action for our Elestrals Advent Calendar of 2023. Now, having the Ursas in the app is great and all, but what better way to show them off than to have an Elestrals digital tournament on December 16th? Yes, that's right. You're going to be able to use these new Ursa cards and some of Frostfall, these cards right here, on December 16th for our next Elestrals digital app tournament. You guys can sign up. I'll have a link in the description. We just revamped our tournament page and hopefully it's a little cleaner. So you guys are welcome to sign up there. It is a first come, first serve basis as we continue to learn and develop these tournaments. I expect the tournaments to have a higher frequency going into next year as we will hopefully transition to a full best of 3 format. However, this one will be best of 1 for the Swiss rounds and then a best of 3 top cut. So have some fun. We'll see if the Ursas shake up the meta or if it's gonna be something else, but I think they're gonna make an appearance nonetheless. So definitely make sure you guys sign up for the tournament December 16th. You don't wanna miss it. And with that, I do want to hear your feedback on this idea of us adding cards into the app before the set release. I don't plan on releasing like everything before Frostfall comes out. I do want there to be like a big kind of influx of most of the set coming at once, but I think it's kind of cool that we can experiment and trickle some of these cards in, especially again right now where we've been playing very similar metagame for a long time. If you guys like this kind of thing and you find this to be a positive experience, if you play the game for the next week or so and you're really excited about the Ursas and it changes things up, awesome. If you're not really feeling it, let me know. I'm always happy to hear your feedback and try to make the best decisions moving forward. But I, for one, am really excited about it. I think it brings in a whole new archetype into the game right now, and I think it'll be pretty decent. I'm not expecting Ursas to completely dominate, but I think that they've got some room to actually be an effective deck right now. And of course, the tools in Frostfall will only make it better when the rest of the cards are released. Now, I mentioned earlier that we cleared out of our starter deck kind of inventory, and we pretty much moved the rest of the products that we have. We have a couple little things left over. I want to let you guys know that there is going to be one more small restock of some Elestrals products, and that could happen at any point. I was hoping to give you guys this update, and it was going to be ready right now, but I just don't know when that is. So basically, long story short, we had some leftover inventory in Canada that was you know, kind of, you know, not being delivered to anybody or whatever. So I had it moved to the United States, and it arrived yesterday to the fulfillment center. I'm just waiting for them to load it into their back end so we can basically put it on our store. But it's actually like 60 booster boxes, and then there's a handful of other things. There's gonna be a few more starter decks. There's probably gonna be a few play mats or whatever. So we're basically putting up everything we have to 0. So you might see some booster boxes up on the store. You might see a few more starter decks. This is it. Like, this is really it. We've sold all of our UK stock. All of our EU stock is gone. All of our Asia stock is gone. Everything's gone. This is it. Like, this is all we have left for Kickstarter inventory. So keep an eye out. I'll try to give you guys another update. It may be available by the time this video goes out. If not, I'll ping you guys in Discord to say, hey, the stock is up. Go grab it. I would imagine those booster boxes are going to go pretty quick. Every time we've loaded booster boxes up, they've gone pretty much, you know, within an hour or so. So I just want to give you guys the heads up. I'm sorry I don't have a more definitive time on when that's happening. It's really going to happen as soon as I get the green light from the fulfillment center. So this will be the last bit of Kickstarter inventory. And then once those booster boxes are gone, you know, whether it's today or tomorrow or whatever, we're closing our store for probably a week or so, I think. At that point, we're going to be closing the entire store down. We're going to put up a waiting page, and we're going to be moving everything on the back end to the new fulfillment center and all this other stuff. So just don't be alarmed if we shut everything down. But I will say that we are also going to be shutting down Shattered Stars pre-orders until next year. So if you have not gotten in on Shattered Stars, make sure you guys get in the next few days, because we're going to close those pre-orders. We're pretty much at capacity right now of what we were looking to do in terms of the quantities that we ordered. So we are going to be shutting down those pre-orders very, very soon. So make sure you guys get in on Shattered Stars. You don't want to miss out on those stained glass promos. And I'll tell you guys what we're cooking for the future of Shattered Stars right now is absolutely bonkers, dude. Like, I don't even know what to tell you, but like we're starting to, you know, set up the cards for, you know, months 8, 9, 10 and beyond. Insane, dude, insane. Like you just don't want to miss out on Shattered Stars. So make sure you guys get in on that. I think you guys are going to be blown away. Like I really do. If you guys didn't see it on social media, we had a contest to design a Stellar Smoltuga, which is going to be included in set 3 next year. And I want to give a big shout out to the 4 entries who made it to the next round. And a shout out to everybody who entered this. This was super fun. I love this kind of stuff. Shout out to our team for putting it together. But Ace Ember, Washi, Preyas, and Yoshi Artist got to the final 4. I think these designs are all really awesome. And the vote has 4 hours left at the time I'm recording this. When you guys see it, the vote should be pretty much over. I don't want to announce the winner yet. It seems as though there's going to be a winner. That's pretty clear at this point. But if there's any time left when this video goes up, feel free to vote and we'll announce the winner on social media. I don't want to like guarantee that. I don't want to announce the winner and then have the vote change. It looks like there's a winner that's going to happen, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So make sure you guys check that out. Another thing I wanted to mention just really briefly is we put out a ruling in our announcement section in Discord about IDs or intentional draws. For those who aren't familiar with this, this is a ruling that happens in tournament play where generally when you get to the later rounds of a tournament, players can agree to go do what's called an intentional draw. So they basically say, hey, listen, we're going to take a tie in this clash and we're going to both get a tie so that way none of us gets a loss, which may enhance our chances of making it into top cut. Now, you may have feelings about this. I know the community is very split on this type of thing, but we did put out our rules and we are going to blanket allow intentional draws. And that may be controversial, that may have you upset. Listen, I've heard so much feedback. I talked to our judges, I talked to judges from other games that aren't even related to Elestrals. I talked to high-ranking TCG players, I talked to casual TCG players. I have my own personal opinions, but at the end of the day, I have to make a decision that I think is best for Elestrals and best for the game. And the reality of it is enforcing intentional draws, telling people, hey, you can't do that, is nearly impossible in a tournament setting. It is impossible because it involves the judges having to basically hover over somebody. There's subjectivity, there's gray areas, there's so much uncertainty around it. So the reality of it is we are just going to allow intentional draws across the board. That's it. I don't want to see any harassment about it. I don't want to see anybody get inflamed for it. It is a legal decision that you can make in a tournament of Elestrals, and that's going to be the end of the discussion. Like I said, I don't want to shut anyone up or tell you guys you can't give me your opinions. I hear you guys. We took in a ton of feedback on this, and I personally mulled this decision over for a long time because I see the other side most certainly. But again, emphasizing that other games allow it. There's a ton of other games that have precedent that allow it. In fact, I'm pretty sure Magic, Pokemon, all these other games, they allow intentional draws. The reality of it is impossible to enforce in a tournament perspective, and it's very subjective, and it's not something that I want my judges to deal with as we get to real life tournaments in the future, as we continue to develop our best of 3 tournaments. It's just not worth the resources when, again, there's so much gray area there. So I just wanted to be very clear about that and let you guys know that, like, again, I definitely see the other side of this one, but I think we're making the best decision for the game moving forward. And if you haven't been keeping an eye on the Elestriad, you guys are seriously missing out on this channel. We've got the Elestriad going up pretty much every single day. We are headed to playoffs, week 6 right now, week 7 next week, and then playoffs. And we've got some really, really tight races between a few of the casters as they are fighting for the last few playoff slots. We've got Disencoder, who has been undefeated up until this point. You've got MBT from the Yu-Gi-Oh side, who's been crushing it and looking to lock it down. But then you've got Drewby and Shady and Johnny all fighting for playoff spots, only 2 spots left. And don't forget, these casters, whoever wins this thing is going to have themselves immortalized as a promo card in Elestrals. So this is a big deal for these guys. This is a really big deal. I know everyone's really excited about it, so make sure you guys keep an eye on the Elestriad. December is about to be awesome and a great way to cap off an incredible 2023 for Elestrals. I wish we were a little further along, right? I wish we had, you know, first edition and Frostfall and all this stuff ready to go. The reality of it is some of these things took a little longer than I was hoping, but I know it's going to be worth it. The quality is going to be worth it. The precision is going to be worth it. And 2024 is the year of Elestrals. So we're going to cap off this year with our beautiful advent calendar. We're going to celebrate every single day. And I just ask you to get excited with us. Check out those posts, comment on them, like them, share them. We can't do this without you, so tell your friends about it. The best time to get into Elestrals was yesterday. The next best time is right now. I'm not kidding you. This is your opportunity to get in at the ground level. Tell your friends about it over the holidays. Like, this is it. Because if you get in now, you're in for first edition, you're in for Frostfall, you're in early, right? It's still very early in what Elestrals is going to be. So don't you miss out. We got some really cool stuff coming. A big thank you to everybody who hung out on this one. Enjoy the Ursas in the app. I'm so excited. I'm going to be grabbing some games myself, and I can't wait to see more. Thank you guys so much for all your support for Elestrals. If you guys have any questions or anything, let me know in the comments section below or in the AMA section on our Discord server. Join the Discord, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.